Welcome to Guys We Fucked. Guys We Fucked.
Guys We Fucked.
I'm Krystyna. I'm Corinne.
We're sorry about last night.
The anti-slut shaming podcast. I never stop.
Hey, fuckers, how you doing? Welcome to another episode of Guys We Fucked.
The anti-slut shaming podcast. I am Corinne.
I'm Krystyna.
And this week's news story, I'm sure you guys have been seeing it on social media, hearing about it on the news. It comes from the New York Times. The title of the article is "Transgender Could Be Defined Out of Existence Under Trump Administration." So there's been lots of articles about it, just going from the Times because it's reputable. But right now the Trump administration is considering narrowly defining gender as a biological, immutable condition determined by genitalia at birth, which is the most drastic move yet in a government-wide effort to roll back recognition and protections of transgender people under federal civil rights law. I don't know if you knew about this, because I think this wasn't like talked about as much as we're talking about Trump, which is unfortunate because there were a series of decisions by the Obama administration that loosened the legal concept of gender in federal programs. And that's why we had so many talks over the past several years about bathrooms, dormitories, single sex programs, and other kind of arenas where gender was once seen as like a male-female concept. Obviously, everyone was up in arms about that. But what's weird now is like obviously not recognizing trans people as a gender is number one just not correct because they exist.
They exist.
Well, yeah, I saw I follow a lot of trans people on Twitter, and it was interesting because I was seeing how they were saying it, and like, yeah, this one person was just like, yeah, well, we exist, so that can't be the reason. Like, find another reason.
Yeah,
and he was kind of saying like, even if it makes you uncomfortable, like just be honest about the reason why.
Yeah.
And
give me that dignity, I would think.
Yeah,
right?
we can get to the bottom of it much faster, and it's an open conversation to have. Like if you're just saying like it's science, like that's not answering the question. And so obviously just not recognizing people as existing is dehumanizing. But I think what's more important in like a day-to-day person's life is that this means that they're not protected under
the law,
under healthcare, things like that, where it's really like becoming a life and death situation for people who already have such a high risk of abuse and death. Because now the Department of Health and Human Services is spearheading an effort to establish a legal definition of sex. The civil rights law that bans gender discrimination in education programs that receive government financial assistance. So like it's all related. And I'm trying to get some resources so that we could give you some good recommendations on things to do. The ACLU has compiled a list of action items that anyone in support of trans and GNC people, which is gender nonconforming people, should acknowledge. So these are a couple things. So number one, if you're in Massachusetts, you're going to want to vote yes on number 3 in Massachusetts. There's a ballot. And yeah, there's a ballot initiative coming to a vote on November 6th in Massachusetts that would repeal protections for transgender and non-binary people in public accommodations. This is the first statewide vote to strip trans people of their rights ever. And it would take away protections won in the legislature after decades of fighting to explicitly extend these protections to trans people. So you can call people if you have friends in Massachusetts, I think make them aware of that. You can also donate to freedommassachusetts.org. You can use the hashtag YesOn3. Getting out the vote, obviously, if you're still not registered to vote, if you need to know more information about where to vote, how to vote in your area, you got to go to vote.org. You can also spread the word about trans candidates running for office. Yes. We have Missouri, we have Amelia Marquez, we have Brianna Titone in Colorado, Danielle Skidmore in Texas, Christine Halquist in Vermont, Lacia Casil in Guam. Obviously, we don't, same as women, you're not just voting for people because they're trans or whatever, look into their politics, but these are just people to know, like these are trans people who obviously you would think would be working towards protecting trans people.
Yes.
There's also a lot of great trans-led organizations that you can either donate your time or money to, or at least just even follow, so you know you're getting the most up-to-date information that you can share. There's the Sylvia Rivera Law Project. There's Trans Lifeline. There's Trans Queer Liberation Movement. And you can also contribute to bailout funds, because so much of this kind of systematic discrimination means that trans people, especially trans people of color, which we've talked about before, are policed and incarcerated. Yeah. So if you join mass bailouts to get the community back onto the streets, that helps them to fight for themselves, and also us to help fight with them. There's a lot of there's like the Bronx Freedom Fund locally, Massachusetts Bail Fund. Each kind of city seems to have their own thing there. And obviously, you know, cis people, we have a easier time with things like this.
Yeah.
So just having conversations with people, and I know it's difficult, and I know there's this kind of mindset where it's like, well, we shouldn't have to explain things to people who are behind in the times.
Well,
but
they need to be things explained to them, because that's why they think the way that they do, but in a way that's not like, you're wrong. Like that's you're never going to get anywhere with anybody if you yell at them or come at them from out of the gate with like an attitude. It's just not. Even if your attitude is like, it makes sense and is well deserved, it's not anywhere to have progress be part of a conversation.
Yeah, it's just a lot of yelling at each other nowadays. And I think especially something like trans, which is like, it's a newer concept. I know people have been trans forever, but like this is the past like 50 years that we're dealing with, where trans people are kind of like just a part of the community. We all outwardly, you know, out of the closet. And it even for allies, sometimes it's just confusing. It's just a new thing to a lot of people, and it's confusing. And that doesn't mean that people are carrying hate in their hearts. It just means they're confused. They're not educated. They've never met a trans person. Maybe you don't know. And then for bigger organizations that you can pay close attention to and really support, there's Lambda Legal, the ACLU, and then the Transgender Law Center, which are all great organizations. And just keep on top of that, because again, I think we talked about this last week, but it's like, you know, a lot of us have been very privileged, and, you know, the Trump administration has really not affected our lives. But this is something where this is like, we're really, really getting into, wow, this is a human rights issue. This is a civil rights issue. A lot of problems. I feel like it's just like we just keep switching like between Republican and Democrats, and it's just like the Democrats will come in and they'll do some stuff, and then Republicans will come and they'll undo all the stuff, and that's like we're never moving forward, because instead of like yes-anding the way you would in a like improv scene,
fuck you,
you're just undoing. So it's like you can say, okay, yes, yes, you know, Obama administration recognized this, and I am going to then add something rather than just completely undo it.
Take the time out of your job and money out of the taxpayers' pockets to go out of your way to do this. Just, I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. And also too, I feel like a lot of the people that are conservative Republicans in my life that I know very well, you know, talking to them about trans issues or why NFL players kneel, got into a whole argument about the kneeling thing.
Right.
And they, of course, they had it all wrong, because Fox News fucking, you know, has a little like time watch swinging in front of them, trying to fucking hypnotize them. You know, the bottom line whenever I have these conversations with people, it's like, you don't have to fucking get it. I don't care if you get it. The concept of being transgender and being born one gender and feeling, I don't get it. Who gives a fuck if you don't get it? They are people. Good God. Can we just all remember that we're people? So if NFL players are kneeling, and then like, don't you want to hear what they have to say?
Right.
And don't you like how people are just putting words in everyone's mouth? It's frustrating, and it makes me want to punch a wall. And the internet's just always yelling at each other, and it's confusing and dizzying. And
in this instance, it just really does feel like bullying. Okay, because like, because when they said no trans people allowed in the military, they at least had like a financial reason reason to have that fight. You know, I'm not saying I
they
agree with it.
Exactly, but they didn't push it that finance reason hard. Usually the government tries like the voter ID laws.
Right.
They'll try to hide behind something and push it so hard. They didn't even push that hard. It is truly bullying.
This just feels like, you know, what we just got all this work done and we're just going to literally undo it because we're babies, because there's just it's just kind of out of nowhere. Like, let's just target trans people who are already their lives are in danger so often. Anyway, I don't understand. It's a very unsafe. I think it's a very unsafe move.
The bully always picks on the weakest person in their eyes, the person that they feel like they have the most power on, and I feel like that's what they're doing. I guess I don't know why. I don't know.
Yeah, moves like this are just truly unsafe and putting people in just immediate physical danger. Not law aside, just like true physical danger that trans people are already in constantly. So
if you are a member of the trans community and you're listening, we love you and support you, and let's figure this out and keep talking. Hey, today's show is sponsored by who else, guys? You get it. Talkspace, the online therapy company that lets you message a licensed therapist from anywhere at any time. Can't imagine fitting another appointment into your life? Well, with Talkspace, therapy is as easy as sending your therapist a fucking message, yo. No commutes, no leaving the office, no judgments. That sounds fucking great. To match with a perfect therapist for a fraction of the price of traditional therapy, go to Talkspace.com, use code GWF. You get $45 off your first month. And you should show your support for this show. That's GWF and Talkspace.com/GWF. Come see us live, you guys.
Chicago, the Zanies dates are sold out, but we are going to be in Rosemont, Illinois that same weekend. It's Friday, November 16th and Saturday, November 17th. There's 4 shows over the course of those 2 days. Again, Rosemont, Illinois is like 20 minutes outside of Chicago.
And some of those shows are sold out, so get tickets now.
Yeah. Some of the Rosemont shows are sold out. Okay.
The early show Friday definitely sold out.
People definitely made their way over there. We're not adding any Chicago shows, and it's a weekend, so like you can take a 20-minute drive.
Figure
you
it
can
out.
even take a lift there. It's so close.
Yeah, or run, whatever.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. And then January 24th and through the 26th, we're doing 5 shows in Winnipeg, Canada at Rumors. And then tomorrow night, Krystyna has a show.
Yeah, tomorrow night is the Halloween edition of Glamour Puss, which is a comedy show that is ran by myself and Wendy Starling at 7:30 p.m. Zinc Bar, 82 West 3rd Street. Tickets are $15 if you get them online. I don't know if they're sold out yet, but we always sell out. So get your tickets. You can come in a costume. There'll be candy and something's coming out of someone's hole.
And then on Thursday, November 8th, Two Less Lonely Girls, first ever live podcast recording /show, part of the New York Comedy Festival at New York Comedy Club in the new East Village location. That's at 10:15 p.m. I'll be there. Rose Baker will be there. There's going to be some really cool things happening. I'm really very, very excited about some things that we somehow convinced people to do. And you can use code LONELY for a hefty discount on those tickets. Buy those ASAP. It's part of the festival, so that will sell out as well. And thanks so much to our friends at Monster Energy. Yeah. For many of us, the day doesn't start until we get that morning energy boost. I'm talking about coffee.
You are.
And now there's a new way to enjoy your daily cup of joe thanks to Cafe Monster. It's available in vanilla, mocha, and salted caramel. Cafe Monster is shaking up the ready-to-drink coffee category with indulgent gourmet coffee that's only 190 calories, not to mention with 150 milligrams of caffeine from coffee beans, B vitamins, and coffee fruit extract. Cafe Monster offers a simplified energy blend that contains a third less sugar than the leading national brand. In fact, it's 100 fewer calories per bottle than the competition, but you'd never know by tasting it. I do have to say, I don't even fucking like coffee, and these drinks are definitely drinkable.
Yeah, we have them stocked.
Yeah, I give them to guests when they come to my home. They enjoy them. Instead, you get all the same feel and flavor as your local coffee house right in your refrigerator. You don't have to wait in line. Yeah, I like it. It's easy, because I feel like coffee is something that you rush to in the morning and like you're like, I'm going to be late, but I need to get coffee. But if it's in your refrigerator in a bottle, you just throw it in your bag. It's there. You don't have to wait in line. You don't have to deal with anybody in the morning. You just go, sit down, enjoy it at your desk, enjoy it in your living room, especially on cold days. Like, I can't, going out to get a cup of coffee, no thank you. That sounds terrible. It really
Not
does.
my president.
It really doesn't sound good. Guys, Cafe Monster, chill it down, shake it up, enjoy.
And hey, after you shit your pants from all that caffeine you've been drinking, you gotta change your underwear. MeUndies. Hopefully they like that.
That's good. They're gonna love that.
Yeah, they were gonna like that. Hey, I actually, well, do I want to say this during an ad? Probably not. Don't worry about it. You already know our obsession over MeUndies and all the amazing colors and prints that they offer. But did you know that MeUndies also makes the world's most comfortable lounge pants and tees? Well, now you fucking know. They're seriously, guys, this underwear is comfortable as fuck. These fucking lounge pants, I feel like I'm being hugged by clouds. MeUndies lounge pants are made from the same micromodal fabric as their underwear. This fabric is 3 times softer than cotton. I can attest to that, making these cozy essentials perfect for fall. When you join the membership, you can get all this stuff. I was going to say shit, but they said stuff, and I feel like that's more respectable. The lounge pants, the tees, the undies, everything MeUndies makes for less than anyone else in the whole goddamn world. MeUndies underwear is the softest thing you'll ever wear, and it's in fun-ass prints that you can match with socks or a bralette and be like, I got a secret in my pants, but you'll never get to see it because go away. With their 100% satisfaction guarantee, if for some reason you don't love these undies and you fucking, I don't know, you hate everything, they'll do whatever they can to get you into the right pair. And if they can't, they'll fucking refund you. So it's fine, guys. It's truly risk-free to try the best underwear on the fucking planet. I'm wearing MeUndies right now. I know. Hide your boners. Guys, you're at work. Come on, guys. Me too, okay? Don't do that. Call to action. Okay. To get 15% off your first pair and free shipping and 100% satisfaction guarantee, because if you don't fucking like them, they'll refund you. Go to MeUndies.com/GWF. It's a no-brainer. Get 15% off at MeUndies.com/GWF.
Framebridge. By now, you've heard me talk about Framebridge. Have you? I don't know. I'm not sure. Well, a long time ago, we talked about it.
I actually have 2 Framebridge things downstairs in my room.
Perfect. They make it super easy and affordable to frame your favorite things, from art prints to the travel photos on your phone.
Or your nudes.
You're just going to go to, I mean, I guess you could, as long as you're of age.
Yeah.
Just go to framebridge.com and upload your photo. Like Kim Cattrall had the nude photo shoot on Sex and the City, because she's like, I'm not going to have this body forever.
I know. So smart.
You can or mail in your physical pieces using their safe packaging. That's cool.
Yeah.
Then preview your item online in any frame style, so you can be like, oh, this looks good in this frame, looks less good in this other frame.
Can't do that in a store.
Mm-hmm. Choose your favorite or get free recommendations from their talented designers, and the expert team will custom frame your item, delivering the finished piece directly to your door, ready to hang. Prices start at just $39, and all shipping is free, which is nice because you don't want to be like lugging pictures around on the subway or throwing them in your trunk, then things get cracked.
Yeah,
that's
not fun.
Person
spits on it.
Plus, our listeners will get 15% off their first order at framebridge.com when you use the code GWF. Now, Krystyna, she says she has some Framebridge items in her basement. Can you tell us about those, Krystyna?
Yes, I really am obsessed with like girls but they're guarding their face with flowers. Like it's like paintings of like girls with like flowers in front of their face.
Is this a genre of art, flower guarding?
It is now, because I own a lot of paintings and photographs and drawings of women hiding their face with flowers.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel like it's a metaphor for something. What? I don't know. But the Framebridge box came to my home. It was very big and but in a good way. The way that they protect the artwork is really nice. They bubble wrap it and then they like put little. You don't give a shit about that, but trust me, you're in good hands.
Now, were these pieces you sent in or pieces you uploaded?
Uploaded, and they're beautiful. I love it. Okay. And I like that the fact that you get to test the frame out on the image. You don't get to do that anywhere else. And I'm a person who can we talk about this? They didn't say we can't. I am a person who has gone to a framing store.
Sure.
Did not realize, you guys, framing shit is fucking expensive.
Oh, it's very expensive.
I mean, good God.
Yeah.
I've never paid more for a piece of art than I have for the frame until Framebridge.
Yeah, framing is super expensive. So a place that does it easily and for a lower cost, amazing.
Oh my God, yeah.
Get started today. Take those piles of photographs you have and put them in a fucking frame. Upgrade your walls for the holidays or get an early start on your gift list. And it is nice because when you give someone, we talked about before, when you give someone something unframed, it's just a chore.
It's annoying. You're giving them an errand. transparent.
Yes, give it to them framed. If you're giving someone art, give it to them framed.
And we all have photos. They're all digital. How about you fucking print them out, you frame them?
Yeah.
Huh?
Go to framebridge.com and use promo code GWF. You'll save an additional 15% off your first order. Again, that's framebridge.com, promo code GWF.
Oh, how are you doing?
Good. Well, I mean, my health is terrible.
Yeah.
But everything else is good.
Oh, really?
Well, not my career either, but just my
Your career's going great.
So I got I don't feel that. This is had nothing to do with guys we fucked, but yeah, I
never feel satisfied, Corinne.
And I never
be fully healthy,
and I never will. But I had a fun weekend. I went to a masquerade ball, and then I went to, which was like great. I'd never been to a masquerade ball before. It is.
So like eyes wide shut. Did anybody fuck?
No, it was more like a prom, but it was
prom's cool.
fun. Yeah, because I feel like I was older than most of the people
there. So you got to wear like
there.
a formal gown?
Yeah, I wore like a gown, and I got this.
Did you go with the person you're seeing?
Yeah, and I got this amazing mask off Etsy. So because of course I have to have like the best. If I'm going to a masquerade ball, I have to have the best mask. So I got this one completely made out of jewels, and it looked like I was like in a harem or something. Ooh. It was just like jewels just dangling over. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
What a fun activity.
Yeah, and I was so excited, and it was for a good cause.
Oh,
so
wow.
It was to benefit this thing called PACE, which is like after school programs for the kiddies in NYC. So I did that, and then it's like when you're all dressed up, and I was also wearing a wig too.
That's so fucking
because I was just
fun.
like, you need to. I felt like Judy Judson meets Uma Thurman. Like that's what I felt like with my little wig on, because it was a little white wig, a little white bob, and I just felt great. And then I was like, we're out. And I was like, oh my God, I got to go somewhere. So I was like, and this is never my go-to, but I was like, oh, my friend works at a strip club near here. So I was like, let's go to this strip club.
Yes.
Because I really don't like, I think like one of the only positive experiences I've had at a strip club was when you and I went in Atlanta, out, and I was outside of Atlanta too. I just I don't find them fun, but I think there's something to me about like, they have to be kind of crowded. They have to be larger. Yeah. And like, this was the same thing. Like, so this strip club, everyone was having a good time. Because my friend was working there, I went in like kind of VIP status, which also is better. Like had a great table.
Yeah, that's good.
And and just had a fun person to go with, because it's interesting. Like I talk about this with my friends a lot, but very rarely, like when you're seeing a person, do you have the kind of fun with your romantic partner that you have with your friends in real life.
Yeah.
And I feel like
when you can, it's the best.
Yeah. And I feel like I finally have like someone, and it's not super serious or whatever, but like just someone who I can have like friend fun with
and fuck.
Yeah, and fucking that's like almost impossible to find. So that's really cool, and we had a great time, and all the dancers looked happy and everything, because I get very nervous, but then I was so glad I was wearing a wig because someone I knew walked in. Oh my God, as a patron, like and it was fine because there's nothing wrong with either of us being there, but they were with there were some people who like wouldn't be considered my bosses, but definitely would be considered like higher up than me in the industry, and that's not necessarily like the interaction I wanted to have. Oh yeah, but they didn't even notice me because
the wig.
Well, I didn't wear the mask because I wanted to scare anyone, but I had the wig on, and literally we were seated next to one another. It was like a movie. We were seated next to each other. They're behind me at one point.
Like, I gotta get a wig.
Their legs are like touching me, and I was just like, they didn't notice it was me. I just avoided making full eye contact because I feel like my eyes give it away, but everything else didn't give it away.
Dude, people like men. This is a men and women. I don't know if they're men, but like men and women. Like if you change your hair. When I started wearing curly hair, everyone's like, I'm sorry, who are you? Yeah. Oh my God. Like that's
glasses
that's
too.
That's amazing.
It was good.
Kind of fun.
I felt it was very fun. I felt very like I was, in a dress. I felt very like powerful, very
sexy,
confident, like all these things. I mean, because I was like, I love like being around like awesome, like hardworking, attractive women is very fun.
That's why I love strip clubs.
Just when people, sometimes you bring someone and they kind of act kind of weird around it, or and I'm like, oh no, this was all fine.
Good.
This is all fine.
That's awesome.
This is all good.
Good. All right.
Did you do anything or no?
Nah, I'm good. Do you want to read emails? I have an email and you have an email. Let's both read emails.
Okay, you can go. If you want to go ahead.
Yeah, sure.
I just did.
Might be short. Subject line of this email, and if you want to email us, sorryaboutlastnightshow@gmail.com. He wanted me to change his diaper. Okay, I'm listening. Hey, Corinne and Krystyna, I'm a huge fan of the podcast, but I'm a few years behind. I love how great you two are. Thank you. And I didn't know who to tell, but I needed to get this off my chest without embarrassing anyone. So I met a guy on Tinder. Everything was going great. We went on dates. It was all cool, right? Wrong. Dude texted me after one of our dates and told me he needed to tell me something. Okay, cool. What's up? And then in all caps, she wrote, "This dude wears diapers for pleasure and wanted me to change his diapers." I'm assuming she means I should yell when I read that. 'Cause it's all caps. I thought I would be able to just play it off because I'm a people pleaser, so I usually do whatever someone is into. But then he told me he wanted me to wear diapers too. I didn't even know this was a fetish until him, and I'm listening to your podcast, and there was one episode where with a guy talking about this girl wanting to baby him and mother him. I don't want to say this is the reason why I don't want to see him, but it definitely is. How do I go about this? Thanks for everything you do. Love you fuckers. Don't say my name. So this is actually a less common fetish than people realize, or more common. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, because I've heard about it.
Heard about it a lot. Actually, yeah, I was listening to Dan Savage's podcast the other day. And he's talked about it a few times. First of all, in your email, you're being a people pleaser. You don't have to abide by anyone's kink, whether you want to do it or not. Like I don't like the way you handle this, but everything is a learning opportunity, and that's why you fucking wrote us, right? So, adult baby diaper lovers is a fetish, and a lot of times it's there's actually a store, and I want us to go when we play Chicago on the outskirts of Chicago. It's called Tykables. It's the only store in the world, and it's dedicated to this fetish, and they sell diapers. This is their website. I'm showing it to Corinne right now. It's tykables.com.
Yep, it's adults. I can confirm
but
it is adults in diapers.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe they have women diapers. Well, they have denim diapers.
Okay. Yeah, because it definitely is a kink for women too. There was a whole piece on like Vice, I think, about that.
So this guy having a kink for this, it doesn't. First of all, I mean, I'm glad you emailed us because then I could be like, bitch, you being judgy. But also do some research on this kink. I mean, as I did. But I really encourage everybody when they encounter something that they're unfamiliar with. Don't make that be the reason that you're scared. You know, people are scared of something they don't understand, like trans, and then they make a law that basically says trans are people. So like that's how that happens. I mean, I'm comparing apples and oranges here, but just saying, don't let fear affect the way you treat people, and do your own research. A lot of people with adult baby diaper lovers, this type of fetish, they are not interested, and I'm getting this from an article somebody was interviewed who has this fetish, or actually no, it was the owner of the store, Tykables. They're not interested in sexual contact with babies or children. This has nothing to do with that, and a lot of times this fetish isn't even sexual. A lot of times from a fetish standpoint, when it is arousing for the person, it's a lot of times it's the role play that's arousing for them, or how the diaper physically feels on their body, or the sound it makes. Maybe it reminds them of when they were a child. It's comforting in some way. Who knows? Everyone's different. We're all unique little diaper wearing snowflakes. And it could also have a humiliation factor, could also be part of this person's kink, but not every person with the same fetish has it for the same reasons. And then from a non-sexual place, there's a lot of people that exist that want to wear diapers when they get off of work, or they want to wear diapers under their clothing, because it's just from an emotional standpoint, it's a comforting aspect. So this guy opens up to you about this, and I just suggest, I mean, you know, just being a little more gentle. I don't know exactly what your response was. Maybe you were more polite to him than you being more honest with us in this email. But, you know, it's a fetish that a lot of people have. Some women have it as well. And man, if there's a fucking... everything can be a fetish, and so just don't be so judgy, because it's just a kink. It makes him turn on, and he trusted you enough to let you know that. It didn't seem like that's a big risk when you tell someone what your kink is, if it's something more taboo than normal, than something like BDSM. That means they trust you, and so just take that into consideration when someone's confiding in you. And then if you don't like it, that's fine. I'm sure also if you wanted to have sex with this guy, or if you were interested in this guy and you wanted to get physical at some point in time, you could talk to him and just say, hey, can we just not talk about this at the moment, because I'm still really confused, but I'd still like to get to know you. I mean, I don't know how you fucking feel about this dude, but don't let this taint it. you know?
Right. I also think that, I mean, for someone with such a kind of a more interesting kink like this is, I think maybe texting is not really the way to get this across, because
I agree. It seems like that was how he felt comfortable with it.
Sure. But it's like, you know, because it's like you also need the other person to feel comfortable with your kink when the kink is yours, because it's like, it kind of like when the kink is yours, it's like you're adding something that needs to be done in the relationship. It's like you're giving work to the other person, really.
Totally. You are.
So I just feel like, yeah, I mean, like, I think it's totally fine for that to be the reason that you don't want to see him anymore. And I think in a nice way, you should just say, hey, like, that's totally cool. That's just not something I'm into, and I honestly don't see myself ever being comfortable with that.
Yeah,
like, because I think it's like, you know, at least let the person know honestly that that's the reason, and then he can make the decision whether or not he wants to pursue something with you, and like how important this kink is to him. Because I think it's very interesting when a kink truly rules, like when there's like a kink that's the only way you can get off, and that rules your relationship.
Well, that's really
heavy.
There's so many things you don't know about this guy. Is that the only way he could come? How often does he do it? Like, I love three ways. I do it once a year though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I guess you could say it's a kink, but like I don't need it to get off. You don't know that about this person yet. And also, a lot of people with quote more bizarre kinks, they can function in multiple different ways. If the partner's like, dude, I'm not comfortable with this, no, but that is the price of, you know, if the guy, say in this case, the guy wanted to be with her and they wanted to be together, maybe he could act that out with somebody else. That also, you have to be okay with that. You could not be, and that's fine too. There's a lot of ways to work around it. Or you can meet in the middle and do dirty talk about it. That's what I did with the three-way thing. I wanted to do that first, to like kind of dip my toe in. So there's just a lot of ways that you can handle this shit. And I feel like going, ew, what, gross. Let's just knock that off. Let's just stop doing that, guys.
Also, a lot of times you're like, I didn't think I could do that. And then you're like, I can.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. So the second email, I'm not going to read it word for word because I said I wouldn't, but I just thought it was an interesting concept. Basically, there's this girl, she's in a grad school program, and she has a friend who's been having a lot of trouble kind of being taken seriously in the program because she was like, oh, I'm really good looking, and no one treats me seriously because I'm good looking, and I wear, you know, clothing that kind of shows off my good looks. And the girl who wrote us kind of said to this woman, she was like, well, have you ever thought of dressing differently? And I think that's a totally honestly fine thing to say, you know, if you say it in a nice way, especially because you are friends. And if this second woman is constantly complaining that it 100% is her looks that are holding her back. But basically she said this, and like now everyone in the program won't talk to her. And they kind of think that she's like not a feminist
because of that suggestion,
right? Exactly.
Oh God!
And I hate this because I one of my number one pet peeves is when people complain about something constantly. You see a very easy solution, you recommend that solution, and then they just go, "Well, I kind of just wanted to complain about it. I didn't actually want to solve it." That happens to me a lot because I'm not here to I'm not your therapist. Number one, so if you're just here to complain, that's not. I'm your friend. I'm here to help you find a feasible solution to this. And I mean, there's a difference. It's not like, you know, it's not like someone in your life died. Like that's something that you talk to a friend about and you talk it out. But like this is like, oh, I'm not achieving the success that I want to achieve, and I am already sure that it's because of how I look.
I, as a woman, am distracted by tits.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Everyone loves tits. I feel like, and I mean, I don't know if this girl, if one of the things she was doing was like wearing low cut shirts or whatever.
Right.
But I know that, and I have big boobs, and I know when I wear a low cut shirt, it affects how people's attention levels. And it just does. I do stand up comedy. You know how much better my fucking sets go when I wear a t-shirt, jeans, and sneakers than they go when I wear a fucking tank top and booty shorts. It's a lot better because people could pay attention, and that's not sexist.
Well, we've talked about that before. It's also just not that. It's just not that.
It's not. And my comedy isn't about my tits.
Yeah, it's not the time and place. Like we've talked about this, you know, before. I think over the years on the podcast, because I feel very differently about like clothing rules in schools than I do in like grad school or like more work oriented places. Yeah. Because I feel like when you're too strict on dress codes in schools, when people are kind of just getting to know and understand their bodies, and you know, especially things are popping up on women, we don't even know how to handle it yet. Yeah. That's starting off ownership of your body in a negative way. But by the time you're in grad school, by the time you're in the workplace, you fucking know your body, you know how it works, you know how to use it, you know how to use it for good and for evil. I truly think. So it's not even about being like a distraction to men. To me, it's like what you're saying with a certain type of outfit in a workplace is pay attention to my body instead of pay attention to my brain. It almost makes me feel like when people dress like that they're not confident enough in their skill level and they're using their looks as a crutch, which if you grew up your whole life being super hot, maybe you are. And I don't think that I think you always should be able to dress to show off your body, but I think it's important to like choose proper situations to do it.
Yeah.
Because like I never would tell someone to hide never hide a nice body. For a lot of people, it's like the fruit of much labor, and you should be proud of it. Working out and getting in good shape is certainly and absolutely it's an achievement, and you shouldn't have to hide it because other people can't fucking control themselves.
Right.
And I kind of created like a really easy cheat sheet for being a feminist, but for avoiding the all too easy pitfalls of irrational feminism is just flip the situation to be about a man. So in this case, I was like, please realistically think about how angry or uncomfortable you would be if your male coworker showed up in a mesh tank top, pleather pants that showed the outline of his cock. You call HR if someone walked in like that.
Or depending on what he's packing, you'd be too distracted to do your own work.
Right, like I think we so often like everything is a constraint of the patriarchy and everything is to because men can't control themselves, but like some things are just to make everyone in the workplace feel comfortable, and that includes men and women. Like I don't necessarily I don't know what this person is wearing, but like if you're in your office, like your tit shouldn't be hanging out. Like it just shouldn't,
unless your office is a strip club.
Yeah, it just shouldn't be hanging out. It's not a fight. I remember a while ago a girl emailed us
like your balls shouldn't be hanging out either.
Yeah, she emailed us about like wearing crop tops like in school, and you're like I remember that email. Like it's not about anything wrong with your body. It's not even about it's just crop tops is not for school.
Yeah,
I don't know. There's really no other explanation.
Yeah. I don't wear a crop top to a job, and I'm comic, so mine's different. I still wouldn't wear a crop top to a job interview. I wouldn't wear. So I know women. I know a lot of times when women choose what they're going to wear before they leave the house, a lot of decision goes into that, and a lot of that is affected by how other people will react. It's just what happens. And when I go on stage, when we go on stage, I feel like I really have to tailor what I'm wearing to be not distracting.
I also think it's like,
very important.
Like a man, a man wouldn't wear shorts to an interview, but it's not because his legs are distracting. It's because it's the inappropriate choice for what you are doing. You wouldn't wear heels hiking. Yep. You wouldn't wear a bathing suit to Christmas dinner. There's just like certain outfits.
When I wore that
places.
skirt on Rogue Island Comedy Festival, and I came out for the first time on stage in a skirt, it looked fucking great. But I remember I came out on stage and a guy just goes, legs, and he just kept yelling the word legs throughout my set, and I'm like, but motherfucker. And
that guy was just weird. I was like, that outfit was that wasn't weird, but like, yeah.
But also too, like, I mean, everybody has their own decision making mechanisms in their brain. For me, that makes me too angry and I want to punch that guy in the fucking face, so I'm just gonna wear pants. It also doesn't behoove. It's fine. I'll be fine.
Yeah, and also if you're pretty and you have a nice body, like you'd really have to wear like a potato sack for someone not to notice that. Like everything doesn't have to be so hand fed to people. Like anytime I've spent my whole life dating straight dudes, they can always fucking tell when someone has a nice body.
Yep.
Even in a way that I cannot as a straight woman.
Yeah.
It's just a special skill. So if people who need to know about your body going to know anyway.
Yeah.
And then everyone else doesn't have to see your areola. It's just not. It's
not that people don't want to see areola.
It's just not the time and the place.
Do show people your areola, at a bar or outdoors.
Yeah.
In the woods or whatever.
Just not the time and the place.
Yeah. Put your areola away at work, girls and men, because everybody has an areola.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. All right.
Just not everyone can feed humankind with their tits. Huh? Sorry, man. Okay. Our guest today. Oh, man. I love this woman with all my heart. We've known her for a very long time. Yeah. Last time I did a show with her, she was in roller skates and in a bar, and she just kept skating on by me, and it was just, I think she was wearing a tutu. I'm like, I just love you.
Yeah. One of the most interesting people we know, I think.
Yeah. She is a comedian. She is in a band. She's released 3 albums under this band by the name of Typhoid Rosie. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show, Rosie Rebel. We are here with Rosie Rebel. That's still the name you go by, right?
That reminds me of a dancer I met in Atlanta.
Oh yeah, stripper.
I mean, I don't know her work name.
Just fucking stole your shit.
I'm just a meowing woman.
Can you do it? Can you? Oh, that's good.
I can also do a horse noise.
Cats come on. I haven't had a cat in years, but still feel it.
Are you a cat person? But you have a dog.
I have a dog, but like I was raised by a cat. And
You were raised by a cat?
I swear, because my parents were like, my dad was like, I don't want to say it. My dad's kind of a narcissist, and my mom was like, but codependence just as fucking crazy. Like,
yes, it is.
Why don't you have a feeling inside? Why don't you love me? And the nurse is like, I don't feel anything. You're crazy.
So the cat raised
My
you.
cat was like, well,
I won't say anything bad.
yeah, my cat was like, I gotta fucking step up and raise these kids because
Yeah.
no one's doing it. 'Cause my parents are fighting.
They fought a lot when you were young?
Are you kidding? They would like be like, go outside, and you hear like, you know, dishes breaking. Like they were they were passionate. They were a passionate bunch.
Oh my gosh.
But my cat would like walk me to the bus stop. She's like, come on, shh. My cat
No
was
way,
like,
really?
shh. Yeah, no, she really did. I'm not even kidding. She's
so
like,
your cat actually did race you.
Yeah, no,
kinda
you were
did.
raised by a cat.
she'd be like, come here. You're dirty. Come here. You know, the cats are like,
Take
come
a
here.
bath, Rosie.
Yeah, totally.
Wow. Okay,
love
so
cats.
fighting in the house. My parents fought a lot when I was a kid, and when people fight in front of me, I like black out. I can't. And I mean, confrontation. Nope.
Ooh.
Bye.
That's why you
Gonna walk the other
became
way.
like who you are.
Oh yeah, I just want to be adored and loved, and everybody's smiling around me. It's a
okay,
problem.
Everybody, it's gonna be alright, 'cause you don't see it. Yeah. That's why so many comedians become comedians, because
Yeah.
it's like, what, you know, we've been through so much.
We have, yeah.
This is fucking-
Are your parents still together?
Oh my God, no.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's for the best.
Oh, thank you, Mom
Right?
and Dad. Shout out. Thank you.
When did they split?
I was 8.
Were you happy that they were splitting, or were you sad?
They were so consumed by their anger that
They
it was
really
like,
hated each other. Wow.
Oh my God, they were so passionate. I think it's because I've been thinking a lot about this. It's like that's just another form of love. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's not, you know, those people like, why can't I find a good guy? Like, why won't a guy love me? Like, I just attract these men. It's like, no, it's a form of love. It's just a different kind of love that you felt your whole life. Maybe it's not like
an abusive love.
yeah, like in a fucking passionate.
It's a feeling. I don't know if that feeling is love. I mean, I think it's like you.
I agree, but
you're not going to get so mad about something or someone if you don't care deeply about them. Is that maybe what you're getting at?
Yeah, but
Okay.
to me, like, actually the worst thing you can do in a relationship is like indifference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's like, what are you?
Yeah. You don't even give a shit.
Yeah, like, what is? Do you have are you dead inside? Like,
Well, not reacting to a fight is the best way to win a fight.
That's pretty
That's
good.
true.
Corinne, teach me that.
Yeah. I've been trying to learn that from Corinne by just mimicking, but it's hard if you grew up and
Wow.
you're allergic to bad feelings. It's hard.
That's wow.
So when you were a kid, how many siblings do you have?
I have I have 3 brothers. I'm
Young
the
or
only
old?
girl. I'm number 3. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So second to youngest.
Yeah,
So you grew up around dudes.
I know. I thought about this all the time. That's why I was so excited to come on your show. Remember, because I get to like hang out with girls. You know what I mean? I was like, I remember with my brothers, we would like play Monopoly, and I'd put up a hotel and they'd punch me.
Whoa.
But then I'd like start hanging out with girls, and they were like, do you want to make up a dance? I was like, yeah, that's kind of nice. Like,
Making up a dance is better than
my
getting
God.
punched.
When girls are like on each other's side, it's like the most beautiful
It really is.
thing in the whole fucking world. It's like, you know? Like,
Yeah. It is
So-
nice. You feel it.
oh my God.
It's palpable. And
and
you didn't
I'm-
get a lot of that growing up.
No, but I am such a big fan of your show because I don't know, it feels like a sleepover. Like, I kind of wanted to wear my footsie pajamas. Like, I got a little dress up for you guys.
Yeah, you did. But you totally could
I
have.
love it.
You could have wore whatever you want.
But for us, for this, for this.
We could have. I mean, yeah. I was like, footy pajamas would have been very fine for me.
Yeah,
I feel comfortable.
Yeah, it's like a sleepover. It's so nice.
Just so I wonder if that explains your whimsicalness. Then maybe that the cat.
That's for you.
That was like escaping into that maybe was like something you really got comfortable with. Because the way you perform. Last time I saw you perform, you were like wearing roller skates in this bar.
Yeah.
It was amazing. It was beautiful. Every time I see you perform, it's like the best thing.
Are you kidding, guys? Can we do it again?
Yes, of course we can.
So I wanted to tell you. So I woke up this morning and I started singing. I was so excited for your podcast, and I was like, "Let's talk about dicks, baby, and let's talk about dicks and me. Let's talk about." You remember? Because you're 90s. I went to your birthday party.
Yeah, you did.
Let's talk about all the good dicks and the bad dicks that dick me. You know what I'm talking? Let's talk
There's
about
all the dicks.
The guy, that dude.
Oh yeah. I love that song. So wait, you had good dicks, you had bad dicks?
Oh, not enough.
Not enough?
Nah.
Well, you're married.
You haven't had enough dicks?
What was the dick situation like before you were married?
I had like maybe
walk us through the
less
timeline.
than this many, less than 10
Dicks.
lovers in my whole life.
Okay.
Oh, this is so fun. Okay. So, okay. This guy that I made out. Well, he wanted to kiss me in middle school. He told his cousin Denise, like, let me make out with Rosie.
And Denise was the gatekeeper?
She told him, oh yeah, whatever. So then I made it. I didn't even want to kiss him, but I'm like, whatever, it's a kiss.
Have you
know
kissed
how
the
you
boy?
feel. I mean, I kind of tongued like my neighbor, like Chris Hickey, but
You tongued your neighbor?
yeah, like because he was like the only dude. You know what I mean?
Right. That
I was
wasn't
like,
your brother. Yeah.
Come here, Chris. You're the only one. Come here.
There's like only
was
one
like-
guy on your block that you're
Yeah.
friends with. You just automatically end up having a crush on them.
Oh,
Totally.
100%.
That and like licking milk out of my cat's bowl, like, you know. But Chris Hickey, I totally, and then that's how I met my best friend. Because I told her, we were like on the lunch line. I told her like, listen, like, I kissed Chris Hickey, and she was like, ew. He eats his own boogers.
A lot of kids do. A lot of adults do too.
Okay, but whatever. He was the only one
Yeah.
on my block.
Right.
And I was
I'm sure he brushed his teeth.
Oh, that's nice.
So, you know.
Hopefully you did.
Thank you, Chris. Chris?
When was the first time you saw a dick?
I was maybe like 2 or 3 and my look how nervous. And my friend, this kid was like my best friend, and I like loved him. And I remember one time he like took me into a closet and he was like, come here.
2 or 3?
Yeah, he was like,
How do you even
maybe it wasn't a closet, but he was like,
close the closet
let me-
at 2?
He was like, let me try something.
What?
And then he
What
put
a
his
smooth
dick,
toddler.
but it was like soft. It was soft.
I would hope so. I would hope so.
What a smooth toddler.
Where does a toddler get game?
It's so funny, Corinne.
So the only thing,
Come in.
we're less than 10 minutes in. You've already been.
Well, we're already talking toddler
It
dicks.
seems sexually assaulted by
Yeah.
a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
And then also raised by a cat.
But I loved him. But he was Greeks. You know how like the Greeks, like they're like really into anal, kind of.
No, I didn't know that.
Oh, look, no, they're like really into. Open a history book, guys. Open a history book. There's like chapters on boys, like why a boy
I do know
the
the
best lover.
pedophilia.
I mean, they were all also, you know, more open to homosexuality. Didn't make it a thing. Is that what I'm saying?
Oh,
Okay.
that's a nice. Yeah, actually,
But and then pedophilia
nice.
being a separate
totally.
thing that
But
we
it
deal
is-
with.
Yeah, that's not
Still,
related.
Not
no,
related, yeah.
Actually, if we can get like philosophical for a second, you're right because
Always.
they. Have you ever read Plato's Symposium?
Nope.
No.
Okay, so I want to get like
And I'm
deep
not
with you
gonna.
guys. No, it's really
I
short.
might actually.
It's short. It's like it talks about love, but like basically, you know, like humans, like we're animals. So like basically, what an animal means is you need to get your food from an external source. So
Okay.
it's like you can't, like a plant can
No,
just make its
right,
own food. And it's
right.
like, I'm happy and I don't need your plant dick because I don't need you, or whatever. It makes from the sun and
Love
water.
photosynthesis.
But
Yeah.
but like it says long ago that people were cut in half because they went up to humans, whatever. They used to be like these like male and female creatures, or male and male creatures, or male and female creatures, and they went up to heaven. They waged war on the gods. And even in the Bible, there's like different, you know, like the humans built a tower to heaven. They were too productive, so let's split them up so that they'll always be seeking their other half. So like that their hunger. And I'm so happy like that we're talking about. I feel like you guys we're all, maybe I'm a little bit older than you, but we're about the same age. Like,
older?
30s. I'm gonna be 37.
I'm 33.
Yeah, but your body needs a dick to like
if
your
you're
body
straight,
like,
lady, it does.
like it, yeah. If
Well,
you're straight,
when I don't have sex, I talk about this a lot on the podcast. Like when I go a long period of time without having sex, which a long period of time for me is a month, I get depressed without the dick.
good for you.
I mean, it sucks. I wish I didn't need it, but I feel
You're
there
so
is
cool.
a need. There is a need for the D, and I hate
You
it.
need because it's a
It makes me
hole.
chase
like,
it.
But anyway, it's like say food.
It is a hole.
Say food. You need to eat every day,
Yeah.
and then you fucking eat, and then you shit, and then it's all over again, and it's like
Right.
an endless. So the gods
Cycle.
are like, hey, let's distract them. So we'll cut them in half so that they'll always be looking for their other half. And then they said when they found their other half, like in the world, that they would try like weave themselves together, and that they would. It was actually kind of sad. Like one half would die and the other one would be trying to weave itself.
Oh.
But the weaving is like sex. Like you need to
Right.
feel like full.
Yeah.
And I actually feel that for the first time in my life that like I need to like fuck for survival. Like,
Oh, really?
You need to
for
fuck
a
for
baby,
survival?
for a baby, because my body's like, we're dying. Get off it. Let's fucking do it. Like it happens when you get. Right? Don't they say like 30s, like you're...
Well, your sex drive allegedly amps up when
Yeah.
you're 30, when you're a female, and I certainly feel that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm so sexual. I don't feel the need for a baby
Good-
though.
no.
because I was like, everyone like kind of throughout my whole life warned me. They're like, it's coming, and I'm like, guys, time keeps ticking away.
I'm waiting. It's
I
not
am
here yet.
not. It is not coming. Do I feel the need for another dog? Yes, I do.
that's
like
that's
15
fuck-
dogs? Yeah.
That's great.
I'm gonna
On
go
a
full
farm?
Whitney Cummings.
I want to meet Alfred.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
so cute.
So that's what I feel. But
I give him a bath in his litter box. Your dog.
my dogs don't have litter boxes.
Whatever.
Rosie.
It's 20.
Rosie,
It's
does your-
2018.
Rosie,
Get with
does,
it.
Does your dog have a litter box?
No, he's fucking. Like I'll take him. My dog's big. He's like 80 pounds.
Oh, nice.
Oh, did I tell you? Oh, wait, I didn't. Some dude fucking followed me on the through this like tunnel bridge, and when I turned around, I was
You were
with my
walking?
dog.
Yeah.
I had an 80-pound dog, and I was like, "Fuck you." You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you follow me? Because
Yeah.
when he saw
'Cause
me
his
turn
dog
around,
will
he was like,
sick ya.
like he turned around like I'm not going that way. Like no New Yorker does that. New Yorkers, they have a very specific place that they have in mind, and they go right.
Yeah. They don't
Yeah.
just abruptly turn around.
They actually don't. They know
Yeah.
exactly where they're going, and
Yeah.
they're fucking on it. Anyway, so yeah, so
this guy
dog is like, I would say to all the ladies out there, dog is, or cat is like, it's kind of unconditional love. Like they fucking, nobody is that happy every time you come through the door. Like, oh my God, Corinne, you're back. You came back to me. Like no human.
Unless you're my cat.
Oh.
I had to give my cat away. She didn't like me.
What? Okay.
She hated me. She was feral.
Well,
so that happens.
I'm gonna take that cat out. I take it.
I
I
think
drown it.
that cat
Just
is
kidding.
probably murdering cows on a farm.
We're gonna
right
find
now.
that cat on
Who is it?
Facebook
What's your
and go
cat's
fuck it
name?
up.
Gilda.
Aw, what
Yeah.
the fuck, Gilda?
I know.
You
I
can't
named her-
fucking love Krystyna Hutchinson?
She couldn't
Fuck
love
you,
it.
Gilda.
No one
Oh.
wanted to come over my home because they were so scared of her.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, no, I'm not kidding.
No, she's correct.
Damn it,
when I
Gilda.
went to get her fixed, because I got her when she was too young to get fixed.
Because she was in heat?
The vet
Okay.
was like, you need to take this cat and drive it to the farthest farm because this cat is feral and it will not. It's a monster, basically. He said, and I was like, well, you know, I was really trying to be ignorant to that fact. All my friends didn't want to come over, but all right, Doc, I got you. And I dropped her off at a farm.
Gilda.
But I like unconditional love from an animal or a person. I mean, preferably a person for me, but you know, whatever. I'll take what I can get.
You're gonna, come on, look at you.
Yeah.
You're gonna fucking get all the love. Come on. Look at you.
Possibly. Not right
both
now.
of you. What do you mean not right now?
Oh, I prefer not to have it, but
Good
thank
for you.
I prefer to have it.
Because you're like
I get
a plant.
smothered very easily.
You're like a plant. You don't need it that much.
I am like a
outside of
plant. I
yours.
never thought about that before, but yes, I would agree
That's
with that.
fucking. But like I'm saying, like everyone needs. Like we're built in. Like these empty things we need to eat, and then you poop, and then you need to eat again, or you need to drink, and then you pee, and then you need to drink again. So we're constantly on this. Like 90% of our lives is this rat race, or like
Yeah.
I'm just saying, for the first time in my fucking choach, I fucking feel that. My
Your choach is crying out to you?
I get so
Horny?
yeah.
And how long have you been married to your husband?
7 years, but 15 years. Like he's my
Together.
only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so how has he reacted to this new you have to fuck to survive Rosie?
Wow. He's like a dude, so he's like, yeah, dudes are like, I can handle that.
Yeah. Are you? When did this happen?
Sometimes he'll like we make a joke, like he has to, like when I'm in, he's got to sleep with like a baseball bat in the corner, but not really. Guys, I feel like guys can always handle it, but
Are you maritally raping your husband,
that's what I was
Rosie?
gonna ask.
no, I don't know. Like I don't know if that's even a thing.
That should be a hard no.
It's 100% a thing.
Thank you.
Marital
what?
rape,
Listen
yeah.
to these.
It's legal in
You
some
guys are so
countries,
advanced.
which
You're
is
so-
what the issue.
Wait, do you ever?
Not America though. So
Do I ever?
Does your husband ever not want to fuck you when you want to
No.
fuck him? Okay, well that's
I was
good.
thinking about this because it was 7 years, and then we hooked up, and I was like, wow, I didn't even have to touch his dick, and it was like ready to go. And I was like, wow, like 15 years, and this man can still get it up for
like
me.
rock hard. That's amazing.
Well, the way you say it, I want to join you.
Well, I mean, I got no dicks, so
Well, yeah, I guess we don't.
it's always when you go to put the dick in and it's not rock hard, you always take a second. You're like, oh man,
Like that boy when I was 2, Peter. When we were talking about that, I just say his name.
Yeah, what did he do?
So he just kind of mushy, and he like was like, oh, just, and he put it up.
2 years old?
Yeah, and I remember like I was totally cool. I was like, okay. I remember being like, it's not working, Peter.
Jesus Christ.
Come back. No, but he like, I was like,
come back when you're 4.
Yeah, come back when you're in the Marines. And I should have. I wish. That's one of my regrets. I'm like, shut up. Fuck Peter when he was in the Marines.
Peter went to join the Marines?
Yeah,
he had to
a-
get that aggression out somewhere.
Yeah.
A 2-year-old trying to fuck
He's
is
Greek.
that's-
Remember we talked about the
Right.
things they're like really into anal too? You're like, I'm a pussy.
But a 2-year-old Greek person? You're not even,
like,
you're not even
I'm a pussy. We don't need the asshole.
Oh my god.
Wait, right? I
What,
mean,
when a guy tries to go
you
up your
guys
butt?
tried anal, and you're like, it's
Yes.
weird.
Oh, 100%.
But then you're like, I have a pussy.
Yeah, that hole feels better. Mm-hmm. And you could like go to
It,
town on that hole. The other hole, you just got to really
My
just
God,
really
My God. Do you
breathe
hear?
deep.
I do
Do
hear.
you just travel around with her, and you guys.
This whore.
What do you mean? That fucking lion mane over there?
Well, it's usually tamed when I'm on the road. I feel like I put it in a bun. I don't know.
Okay, let it free.
I'll try.
Wait,
You have some notes. I'm interested to see what are on these notes. Because I said
okay, let's talk about this. I think this would be fun because you
lead it.
and you. How about dudes when they're like, I'm gonna come like this.
Oh, the cum face
Like,
and
when
the
they tell
noises
you.
like that.
Yeah, can you do an impression of a dude like?
Yeah. Oh, of course I can.
Yeah, that's like the.
Well, my ex was like, I'm like, oh my god, it's like he got hit in the face.
Like it's
Is that
like
your-
someone's been shaking like a soda can.
I like when the guy has a sexy sound when he comes. Like, not like, obviously you can't force that because then it's not sexy, but when a guy's more like, I'm not gonna do it, but
I
Do
prefer
it.
when I see
Please,
words,
please,
not
please.
sounds.
You're so good at impressions.
I prefer like a word, like oh
Like
yes, or something like.
Fuck. I usually scream fuck.
I'm a verbal person. I need a word. I can't be
Jesus.
I can't be having a
What do
fucking
you-
sounds. Anything, a curse is fine.
Wow.
Anything like that.
I usually scream
You're
fuck.
awesome, Corinne.
like oh fuck baby, that's good. I like that. We can file that into under
Guys
yes.
never say that words when they
Fuck,
come. In my
baby.
experience,
I've had some guys.
I've
who
heard-
did it, and I like them better.
I'm gonna come.
Yeah, I mean, I've just living in New York, I've had so many roommates, and I would always at one point hear their like boyfriend's sex cum sound, and it's so hard to see someone in the living room after that. I just really can't. I can't take them seriously.
You've heard them ejaculate.
You should like stare him in the eyes and eat cereal like, so
how was that?
Heard you last night. I remember I think I was like 7 or 8, and there was this couple upstairs, and they were fucking, and they came down. I was like, oh, I was like 7 or 8. Like, you guys had fun last night?
Did they live in your house?
Upstairs. I'm like, oh, look who's here.
Decided to get out of each other's holes.
Yeah.
What was your first sexual time having sex? How old were you?
15.
Yeah.
You knew it.
Yeah, I was too.
You knew. Oh my God.
Yeah, it happens.
Well, I was like in love with this. I was like obsessed with this like skateboarder.
Yeah.
And anyway, I was like, it probably would be like I think I was like a little too hammered. I was like,
At 15?
Yeah, I was like, let me go ahead and kill that voice in my head. That one that says whatever. So it was so bad. He stole my beeper on the way out.
What a 90s story.
Yeah.
Your paper?
My beeper.
Oh, your beeper.
Yeah. Yeah, beeper.
Why'd he steal
you remember
it?
beepers?
I do. I never had one.
I never had one either.
Well,
but yeah,
I had one, guys. It's like, wow.
Why'd he take it? Did you get it back?
I don't know, but he was like such a loser. And I was so in love with him.
He stole your virginity and your beeper.
And my beeper. But you know what? I feel like God or karma, like he has like 2 little girls. It's like,
oh, his kids now,
everything
yeah.
you did to every little girl is gonna remember your daughter, and you're gonna cry even harder this time around. You know what I mean?
Is that a real song or one that you just made up?
I just made that up.
Okay, it sounded like there was some kind of a rhythm there that
thank you,
already
Corinne.
existed.
You're like, that's a hit.
Well, you're very musically inclined.
I am, guys. Can I do it? Typhoid Rosie, my band.
I don't know what you're gonna do because that's my favorite thing about you, actually. That I just never know what's coming.
3 records. I was a comedian. That's how I met you guys.
Yeah.
And I thought you were so fucking cool. I was like, oh. And I knew back then. I'm like, oh, these 2, they're gonna be like have a talk show. I picture you like a talk show. Well, with like mugs.
I wish someone else in the industry would. So
yeah.
What are you talking about?
No, they say they do, and then they're like, oh wait. You
Who
say the
says
word
that?
dick? Nah, never mind. I'm good.
I'll fucking.
Television is a fickle bitch. You know
let's
what
go
I mean?
slash network exec tires.
Yeah, that'll get us a show.
Let's just make our own show. It's like, that's all you have to do is just make your own show. And
I feel like if you had a show, it would be a lot like Eric Andre, like the female
my God,
Eric Andre.
you would totally be the female Eric Andre.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's what I feel.
I work on TVs.
Like you repair them?
I'm the repairman. What's the problem? All right, wait. Okay. So you want to hear? So I'm married, right? So I had maybe 10 lovers. But like when my husband, like he wasn't like the most like hottest dude, but he was like, I was like, why is he so nice? Like, what's his problem? And I'm still like trying to figure out like
what his problem is.
What, do you still love me? You know what I mean? It's like 15 years in. What, do you love me? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck that up. What, you love me? Okay.
So wait, do you guys fight?
Not. We used to, but not really. Sometimes. I caught this girl like trying to go on a hike with him in the woods.
What?
Brandy. What's her name? As soon as I heard her name was Brandy, I was like, wow.
No one named Brandy isn't giving it up in the woods.
Thank you. I was like, nah. Where are you going to hike now? You're going to hike with Brandy now? Anyway, so I told him, I was like,
how did you find out that he was going to go on a hike with Brandy?
I caught her. Anyway, she was in heat, like Rosie at the moment. She was in fucking heat. Right after she got like pregnant. It's like, oh, okay, bitch. You know what I mean?
Wait, but how did your husband even know Brandy?
She was a lawyer. So I was like, this She was a lawyer.
Is your husband a lawyer?
Yes.
Oh, okay. They work together.
How do you think I can afford to be here right now?
I don't know, but I don't know.
He's a
lawyer.
He is a lawyer.
Okay.
He is like, I started writing it down, everything he's done for me only like one day ago. And it was like, oh, okay, he's paid my rent since like 2003.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a nice person. That's a nice partner.
He takes me around the world, like,
Aw.
and we've been getting better. Like the fucking gets better. That's what I want to say. Because after a while, you know exactly like
the buttons to push.
Yeah, you know exactly where it goes and like,
you know what hole to put it in.
Let's get into it. Oh wait, so you want to hear about Brandy?
Yes.
So I said to her,
yeah.
listen how crazy I am. I was like, whatever. She messaged my dog because he's got a Facebook account. She messaged my dog's Facebook. She's like, we have to go away on a trip together.
To your dog.
Yeah, well, she thought it was him.
She thought it was the husband?
She thought he ran the account.
Okay, so
And
it was
I
your
was like,
husband.
you little fucking. I found out. I was
You
like,
little ski.
she was like on vacation with her husband. Like, how did you have fun? Like, why don't you know what I mean?
So Brandy also has a husband?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she got pregnant, like, and he was like a little nubby man, like my husband. I was like, oh, she's into nubs? Okay. I see what's happening here. Fucking Brandy.
Wait.
Oh, you're into nubs? Okay. You know what, Brandy? You think you're fucking
missing limbs?
just like a clay, like a little clay, like creature that you made, like in 7th grade pottery class. Like that's what we are. We've defined ourselves like we're nubs. Like we fucking know it. We're not like tall fucking 7-foot models. You know what I mean? Those
7
fucking,
foot's really
like they're
tall.
like giraffes. Like they reach their fucking head around like the canopy. Like you know, it's like okay, we're not that, right? I'm not saying you guys are nubs. I'm just saying. Whatever. She had a nub boyfriend. She messaged my dog, and I was like, "Okay, Brandy." This is what I said to her. I said to Phil, like, I took off. He made this
Phil's your
diamond
husband?
for me. I never talk about this diamond. I wasn't like, we're getting married. Look at my diamond, my fiance. He got me this ring. It's like,
Beautiful. It's very big.
yeah,
it is
He got the diamond,
And Phil's
and
a
then
injury lawyer or some
picked
shit.
out the cut. It wasn't like he went to K Jewelers and was already done.
Right.
Oh, I shouldn't have plugged the corporate sponsor.
It's okay. We'll make it through.
He picked out the diamond.
Yeah.
And then he made the ring.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I took this up and I threw it across the room. It's like, it's a big chunk of change. It's like a down payment on a house. I'm like, you want to go on a hike with Brandy?
Wait, did he respond to her yet?
Yeah. Well,
Oh.
I did, but I was like, go ahead. Like, I was like, what's it mean to you? Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What are
does
you
it-
going to get out of this?
Exactly.
A friendship? You're a grown-ass nub.
Yeah.
You don't need a friend. Now I'm on board.
You're a grown ass.
Also, where in New York are you hiking? In Manhattan.
We always go hiking. Manhattan.
Really?
That's your fucking Jersey accent, by the way.
Manhattan.
What's the capital of New Jersey?
Trenton.
Oh. Manhattan.
She wanted to say Trenton.
Oh, Trenton.
Trenton.
That's so Jersey. Trenton.
Trenton.
Yeah, and
Also
coffee.
little Pennsylvania.
I said to Brandy, I was like, I said, listen, Brandy, I'm fucking crazy. I was like, how much do you want? I was like, you're married? Like, why are you trying to increase your relationship with my husband? I said, I'm fucking crazy. How much do you want me in your life?
Oh, that's a hard offer to say yes to.
She was like, oh, okay. She just, whatever. I don't know.
So wait, what did she say in this message? She assumed it was your husband.
She
So
wanted
was
to go
like,
on a hike.
Hey, Phil,
with
you want to go on a
him.
hike?
And then I told Phil, what are you going to do when you're in the woods on the hike and your fucking pants are around your ankle and she's giving you a beach? How are you going to fucking like say no?
What
Do you
did
know
Phil
I mean?
say? What did Phil
Because
say?
you know, dude, it's like once they're getting a beach, like what are they going to do? They
but
can't fucking
Phil
control.
can stop the pants from coming off.
They're gonna come. They're like, ugh.
I feel like Phil has control over his own body and clothing.
Guys enjoy. I'd say my husband's a great fucking dude compared to the shit out there. I don't want to say shit out there, but shit out there.
No, I'm on the dating scene. I know.
Good for you.
Nah.
You guys want to go to a sex party?
Yeah, I guess. I don't care.
Do you?
Yeah, I would.
We've been to sex parties.
for you, really?
I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
I feel very neutral about them. Have you been to a sex party?
I've been invited, but I turn them down all the time.
Great story for the podcast.
but I just feel like I want to carry in like to the sex party. Like I would want to bring in like a 7-foot hot dog. Like anyone.
You would do that.
Anyone want to fucking, you know?
But there is always a table of food at sex parties, and no one touches it. But you can be the usually one person touches it, and you could be that person.
If there was food, if they would have said food party,
well, that's just a party.
It's a food party with sex, not a sex party with food.
Yeah, I get invited to a lot. I know that now I'm a little bit hotter than I used to be.
Yeah, you got hotter.
Do you think?
I do. I think I look back at
you lost some weight too, didn't you?
Yeah.
Because I know you were like working out a ton. You look fantastic.
You look great.
Do a lot of tumbling.
Style.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. I go to a gym. It's called Brooklyn Zoo, and it's in Bushwick.
The gym
and
is called Brooklyn
Yeah,
There's a
Zoo.
lot of
whatever.
trampolines.
If
It
you
looks
wanna-
fun as fuck, honestly.
There's a lot. That's where I get invited to sex parties. They're like
The trampoline at Brooklyn
I'll plug
Zoo.
your show. I'll plug your show. That's where I
just want to jump on a trampoline.
Do you want to come?
Yeah, honestly,
I'm
I
like
do.
level 1. Like I could teach you basics, and
yeah,
I'm
I love
kinda,
trampolines.
That's gonna be where I'm at
okay.
as
If
well.
you love trampolines, let's get together. Let's
like in a big way.
Okay. Do you love?
I
Because
remember you wanted to have your birthday party at a trampoline place
Yeah,
for
'cause
like a
they're-
long time.
You didn't tell me. I would have.
Well, I didn't know there was one in Brooklyn because there used to only be the closest
One at
trampoline
the
place was
pier.
one in there was one in Jersey where the whole room is made of trampolines. So like the walls, so you can bounce
Yeah.
off the walls, you can bounce off the floor. I just love trampolines.
They're
Because
so
if
much
you
fun.
love trampolines, that's why I'm so like. I don't fucking go there and do like 1,000 crunches. Like, oh, give it to me. Oh, come on. You ever see those people like punching themselves in the head at the gym?
The gym noises that people make are fucking ridiculous. And I wish men would make those noises in bed and not at the
Thank
gym.
you.
And more noises in bed, less noises at the gym.
What do we write our comment cards to? Guys, I do like a set of crunches. Like, ah!
Yeah, and I mean, I have let out a grunt while squatting, so I do, and then it did feel good.
You do squats?
Yeah, I squat and deadlift.
Good for you.
Yeah, well, somebody forces me to do it. I had to hire a trainer, or else I wouldn't have done
How
it.
about those girls with like no asses and they're in the thong pictures and you're like, okay.
Is that Brandy?
on Instagram, you're like,
What are you talking about, Brandy?
My mom was like,
I don't see a lot of that, but
I don't see a lot of flat ass girls wearing
know
thongs
what?
on the internet.
go for them. You know what I see when I see them? Go for them.
Well, yeah, because I'm like, oh, whatever. You know,
Doesn't matter
But you
to
could
me,
get an
yeah.
ass. You could get an ass if you wanted to. It's probably annoyingly hard work because you
you could purchase one too.
Oh, that's true. You can purchase
Can
an ass.
you?
Yeah, oh, yeah, for sure.
You're so. Look at you.
I do love that part of I love living in a society where if you work hard enough, you can purchase the things that you want, even
if they're body
aesthetically.
parts.
I kind of think that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the black market. I'm just talking
Your
about
body is your
a
canvas.
surgery.
Cool, Corinne.
Like a Beverly Hills
don't purchase
doctor,
someone
you know?
else's kidney.
Should we say hi to Thomas Whitfield right
Sure.
now?
Wait, you know what? We've let this episode go
No,
rogue.
it's beautiful train wreck.
You're at the reins.
It's not a train
We've
wreck.
lost
It's good.
control.
Hey, what else you got on that notebook?
Like
What
I
else?
got like bullet points.
Okay,
I have
what-
like a bullet point presentation
All
that
right,
I like to
keep
do.
going down. List them.
Okay, that's not okay. We talked about oh my god, and oh, what about this, guys? Like how we're living in a time when everyone's been molested.
Oh,
Right.
dude, a lot of people have been
Not
molested.
just a lot.
But I
Everyone.
think that's always been the case. But we're in a time where everyone's talking
Now we
about
know.
how
Exactly.
everyone's been molested. Yeah.
Exactly. So now when someone you're fucking 37, someone tries to come and molest you, like, oh, okay.
Still got
Yeah,
it.
that's maybe when I was 7, it was cool. You know what I mean? But now,
Were you molested
I'm too old for this
other
shit.
than that 2-year-old?
obviously, look at me. Obviously, who wasn't? I like to.
Well, I wasn't really molested.
wasn't
I'd say
really-
at was
I wasn't,
molested?
but I feel
wasn't.
super lucky, and I did thank
You-
my dad for not molesting me on his birthday this year.
But as an adult, thank you. I was never molested. That's a fucking.
I truly felt the need.
lot of people were
to
molested.
to thank him
Wow.
for that, and I just
Wait,
don't know. Just
Corinne, that's like $1 million greeting card, dear Dad. Thanks for not molesting me.
Well,
That's
'cause a lot of
$1
dads
billion.
have
I
molested.
really did mean it. I know it sounds funny,
Yeah.
but I really
Wait,
meant
who
my
it.
dad
molested
didn't.
you? Oh, you don't have to talk about it if you
Well,
don't.
Or, like, if you want to talk about
because, I
the
mean-
situation.
Well, we talked
Was it
about
an
it.
adult?
I've been like a bunch of times in
Oh,
my
yeah?
life, like even as
My
an-
mom was molested multiple different times by multiple different men between the ages of like 10 and 13.
Yeah.
And it was all a different
Fucking
person every time. And I'm
diddlers.
like, fuck, dude. Yeah, it's not. Well, do you care to go into any of the
Do
situations?
you guys want to talk about me being molested? I have
mean,
so many bullet points.
Yeah, I mean,
we can we can talk about molestation
can.
and then we'll go back to a bullet point.
Okay.
If you're okay with that.
Yeah,
But just because molestation happens a lot.
I feel like even as an adult, you get diddled, right?
Well,
Couple hands under the skirt.
People touch Corinne's ass all
Yeah,
the
That's what I'm
time.
people are
saying,
always
like-
fucking
But I'm
touching
saying
me.
like the difference is like you're like a woman now, and you're like, okay, like you know where it's
Well,
going.
you know it's not appropriate immediately.
yeah.
When you're a child, how the fuck would you know?
Totally. But I feel like it's been so like I've just dealt with so much. When I went to go do a jury duty case, and they were like, some girl was like, this was her out, because you know everyone like wants their out. This girl
Yeah.
was like, well, my sister was sexually harassed, and I was like, oh, okay.
Well, I mean, everybody was.
sexually harassed.
That's what she
That's
said.
everyone.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I was like, this is my out. I mean, I've been like on the train, and then like 8:00 in the morning, I was going to, I worked at like a spa on the Upper East Side, and this guy was like jerking off and like trying to rub my leg.
Ew.
I know. Thank you. I wish I was like, I wish I did something like I could go back and be like, you little motherfucker. Like, what do you?
I've never seen a guy actively jerking off on the subway, but if I did, I'd probably just be in shock.
You
I don't
never
know what I would
know,
I wouldn't
how
know what
you're
to
gonna
say.
react, but like you sometimes like you feel the shame. Like I'm not gonna look, or like I don't think I've gotten really good like not like looking. Do you know what I mean?
At the guy's dick while he touches himself in public.
Well, for me, it's like I'm just so scared of getting semen on me.
Oh,
I have like a huge like if a stranger got their semen on me,
Oh.
I don't know if I could
I'd be
ever
ruined.
take
That's
enough
really funny.
showers. Like truly, I've seen many people jerking off in public. I don't know if I've ever seen full. Well, I saw walking around full dick out, but he wasn't jerking it off. But then I've seen a lot of, homeless people doing it like over the
Yeah,
pants.
I've seen that.
But then I kind of think it's like, I mean, train isn't the best option, but
You're
it's
like-
like if you're homeless, you still do need to jerk off, and like where do you do it?
I guess in a
you
bathroom.
like you walk by like
I
you
don't
look
know.
good today, Corinne. You look good, girl.
I don't know.
What happened to you when you were 7? Was it an adult?
7. Well, I told you I was like 2, and the guy, but I knew like when he tried to put, I was like, something's not right. But I remember being like, come back and try this out in a couple of years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't feel like,
Well, he was 2, so
And
I
you
feel
were
like we
2.
really
I mean-
can't hold that against people.
Yeah, I had a neighbor when I was a child that him and I would touch each other's butts. We would
Yeah.
like tickle each other's butt cheeks.
but not dicks.
No, never genitals, but like we would always tickle each other's
That's
butts.
just like the
Because we were just
discovery
like
time.
Yeah, we didn't both.
There's
we both
gotta
didn't.
be
I think
that,
we
yeah.
both were kind of horny, but we didn't even know what that word meant or what that feeling was. But we just kind of tickled each other's butt cheeks. Yeah, it was weird.
Butt cheeks.
Yeah, but that
Well,
was as far as it got.
Do you? I mean, if you're into butts, right?
I mean, I like a butt, but I like a dick more.
Oh, what was it? Oh, okay. Can I like okay, so I've had like maybe 10. I've had 10. It's like to you guys, like that's not a lot, like lovers total.
That's not. I mean, 10 is a fine
10's
number.
yeah.
It's like
I don't know
fucking
how many
Mother
people
Teresa.
I don't know how many people you think we had sex with. It's probably not as many as you think.
People think our
Ooh.
numbers are in the triple digits. They are not.
But it's not like
mine
10
might
is
get there.
like not a lot, right? It's like you're
I guess you've been with somebody for 15 years, so 10 makes
Yeah.
sense. Even if it was 5, even if it was 1, I mean, whatever. I mean, if it was 1, I'd be like, girl, you got to go explore.
Yeah,
But,
I would just say you just need like a handful. But then other than that, I don't think there's any like right or wrong number.
Yeah.
I just don't like people getting stuck and not knowing their options.
And some, yeah.
But your 10 is fine.
Yeah.
10 works.
that's good.
Do you feel bad about having 10?
Yeah,
I feel
totally
like
fine.
coming here, I'm like, oh, okay.
That's fine.
It's not a pissing contest.
Yeah, no, it's
Oh, okay, guys.
I don't fuck so that I could beat somebody in the numbers game. I fuck because I like dicks.
Yeah. How many you got? How many you got? And then like next.
I think mine's in the
time.
30s. 20s? I don't know.
That's pretty good, actually, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
who
it's-
are we to say? 'Cause we
And
don't
climbing, you know what I mean? So.
Know. You guys are so. I mean, you're truly feminist, and I see you encouraging people like get out then, or like it's okay.
It's okay. Yeah,
it's not your fault.
It's more. It's okay than get out there. I think sometimes it's interpreted as get that out there when it should be interpreted as it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, some people use it as an excuse to like fuck to fill a void.
Yeah.
But you gotta know when you're fucking to fill a void because that's not mentally cool. Because you're gonna fuck yourself up.
Right.
Right. That
You're
on my
looking for love
tombstone.
in a hopeless place.
Correct.
So you're right. So yeah, right? What, like
just like some people, if they have a lot of casual sex with a lot of people, they truly enjoy it, and that's like it works for them, and that's what they want at that point in their life. But then other people, there was a time in college when I had like a rotation of fuck buddies. There was probably 5 of them, 4 maybe, and then I started to realize, I'm fucking to fill a void because I feel lonely, and I'm fucking people that don't want to be with me, so I got to change something. So then I stopped. But everybody's got their own thing.
Isn't that so beautiful? Just like growing older, like
Yeah, I will say, being single at 30 versus being single at 22, it's way better being 30 and single.
Because you just be like, nah.
Yeah, you just know you're not going to take shit. And whatever. What else? What other bullet points you got on there?
Okay. Okay. Have you ever been to the Taj Mahal?
Yes, I have. In Atlantic City.
Have you? No,
I was like the one in India or Atlantic City. Atlantic City, yes. India, no.
No, yeah, same for me.
All right. Well, I went to the one in India.
The real one.
Yeah. Like after, I lost my mom and grandma in the same weekend. That's a whole thing. We don't gotta get. It's not really about fucking. But
you could talk about it if you want.
no, but when I saw the Taj Mahal, I thought, I don't want to go there. It's just like some stupid little tourist trap, And I really felt that way.
Right.
And then I saw it when I got there. I saw it. It was like I saw it from across the river, so it was like barbed wire. So you see, those like the pictures, like I got like beggars in my shot. And then you see it, and then it's not. People think it's like I thought it was maybe a palace, but it's a tomb.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. For like, that's how much he loved her. That he wanted.
Oh, a guy buried his wife
one
there?
of his wives. He had like 75 wives.
But that one was special.
But that one was the best wife.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
oh wow,
it's like the diamond ring of tombs, right? And it's so beautiful. I started crying because I think I finally like understood that loss. Maybe not for a wife or whatever, but I was crying. I was like, babe, look how much he loved her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Babe.
And he did it after she died, which is like she's not gonna know unless she might.
Yeah, he wanted the whole fucking world to know how much he loved her. I thought like that is love. It is like the most like beautiful like love poem like etched in marble. Yeah. And then I was like, I'm like crying. I'm like, look how much he loved her. And my husband, such a dude, he's like, man, like she must have gave like one hell of a beach.
That's what Phil said.
Yeah.
Hey, you suck dick that good, you get a tomb like a castle.
Oh my God.
Like, babe, how much do you love me? After you see that, and he's like, if you fucking, and then we started calling it like a Taj job, like a, do you know what I mean? Like the fucking beach of a lifetime.
Right.
Yeah.
And
her last beach.
We talk about this all the time because my husband's like so good that it's
so good.
Probably,
how so?
You guys know, like someone who just like fucking, you were in a relationship for a long time, so it's almost like you were married.
Oh yeah, it felt that way for sure.
Yeah. So
and he loved me a lot. Like I liked being, yeah.
Probably still does. He's probably out there like, Krystyna. He's like bowling. I can't do it. I can't pull this frame.
Piss in my pants.
Hopefully not, but I don't know.
You're like, oh, please move down.
Yeah, I do hope it is, but yeah, it was nice. It was really nice. I'm in this point in my life where I'm like, it is nice, or I don't know, my life. I think with a breakup, it's just like, I miss that love, like the love you have with a boyfriend or husband or whatever, your partner. It's nice. It's really nice.
It's like standards. Your standards were so right.
Well,
or no.
They were, and my standards fluctuate. I think I learned a lot about him after the breakup that I didn't see during the relationship.
Oh shit!
So it's
Should I break up with my husband? Like
no,
the way
no,
you
no,
said?
no.
You'll be homeless.
But it's
Rosie.
caught between like, looking back, going. I mean, we had amazing time together, so I don't regret any second of it. But I'm ready to move on.
I always love how people come on the podcast and they're like, Krystyna, you know about love. I've never
Christina,
experienced love
like
before.
I don't love like a love poem.
I was in a 5-year relationship.
Yeah,
guys.
she was.
I had love, guys. Yeah,
Love
5
is
years.
amazing. Love is amazing. Love is
I
a
don't know.
It's
wonderful.
also, I think it's not always about time. You can have a 2-year relationship. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
right. You can even have. I find it hard to believe these sometimes, but you can have a very intense fling for a couple months. That means a lot to you.
I had a boyfriend for
It
3 months
depends.
that he cheated on me, but I was obsessed with him.
What's
oh,
his
oh my god, I was so into him, and it was only a couple months. It was weird, but yeah,
same?
that happened.
What's his?
Christopher, that's his name. Is that what
Okay.
you wanted me to
Oh,
say?
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't know what we wanted from that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, no, you can. I love that feeling is just the best. It is like crack cocaine, and I love it a lot, and that's why I'm trying to fill that void. Maybe get I read online that in New York, the list of exotic pets you can own, one of them is a fennec fox, and I think I'm gonna get a fox. So that's where I'm at.
I like that you don't aside from whatever, it's like a sexual thing, but that like if everybody is so full in themselves, you know what I mean? That it's like I don't externally, I don't need that much outside of myself. It's a beautiful thing.
I think that's the goal, but I mean, it is nice to find people that you have connections with.
Oh yeah.
It's just so for some people limited and for some people vast. So
And stuff goes over my head a lot, and I don't really understand what's going on a lot of the time. And I think that's one of the reasons why my relationship lasted as long as it did.
Stuff's going over your head.
Yeah, just things that I didn't see, and that happens to me a lot. People will be talking to me, and Corinne will be in the room, and they'll be basically insulting me to my face, but I don't get it. And then they'll leave the room, and Corinne's like, "You realize they were just being an asshole to you, right?" And I'm like, "What? Oh, God damn it!"
I think I'm you.
Yeah, we're very similar in that. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. And we're very love to be adored, and we'll go to great lengths to entertain.
What else? Oh, we did that. Let's talk about dicks, baby.
Yep.
that was a bullet point. Perfect.
Yeah, I think what were we talking? The Taj Mahal. So I think probably the key. I'm a Sagittarius.
Okay.
What are you guys?
I'm a Libra.
Yeah,
I'm a Pisces.
Libra and Pisces.
I don't really know what that. I mean, I
When's
know.
your birthday?
September 29th.
Yeah, I've had a lot of really great friends that. And you?
February 19th.
Yeah,
I'm a cusp.
same. I mean, that's not my birthday.
Oh, I was like, what?
Yeah. I think maybe the key is, I don't know if I know a key, but the world, can I be real? Do I have to be?
Of course.
Well, I hope the whole thing was
Thanks.
real.
I know. It was their dream. It's like, what were we talking about? About being real or whatever. Fuck, I lost my train of
You
thought.
have ADD?
It was deep. Severe ADHD. And I got straight A's at Columbia.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Are you on meds or no?
I had a little bit of a fucking Ritalin. I'm not going to
Well, yeah, but people with ADD need meds. So
Yeah,
that's okay.
they need meds.
Therapy also helps too. But I don't know. I don't.
No, for you. Just straight
Do you
up
ever
Ritalin?
are you ever sucking your husband's dick and you get distracted?
Oh, that's what I wanted to. Okay, good segue. Oh yes. One time, I thought it'd be funny, just because when you have their dick in your hand, you have all the power in the world.
Oh yeah. And in your mouth when it's in your mouth.
Yeah, but you have their fucking dick in your hand, so sometimes just to be funny, I'm all right, I won't say the other weird thing because this is so many listeners. But
What? Say it.
No, you got to say it now.
Well,
have
there
to
was this
say it.
one time I was jerking him off, and I was like, "If you were a teddy bear, and you can only wear one T-shirt, what the fuck, for the rest of your life, what would it be?" And like I had to know.
While
like,
his dick's in your hand.
Yeah, I had to know. I'm like, what t-shirt? What t-shirt? If you were that teddy bear.
I can't believe you almost deprived our listeners. of
Yeah,
that.
if you wouldn't have said that,
I
I would have
wasn't
so
even
pissed
the other
at you.
one. The other one I was gonna tell you is like, if you have. So he was like, "What time's your mom coming over?"
While you're jerking them off.
That's like rape. That's gotta be like rape.
That's not rape, but that's just rude.
Or you could test them, or yeah.
Test him what? With a rape kit? What's happening?
Please answer it.
The rape. It's just like you must take your medicine.
Oh,
I
it's
don't
your-
know, guys.
Oh my
Is this-
God.
can we just
Rosie
keep
is
going?
taking out a Mary
Oh, what were we
Poppins
talking
size
about?
bag.
I know it got like I have
We're
like
talking
seven.
about being distracted.
This is my gym bag. It's my purse / but I have like 7 pairs of women's my underwear. Just women's underwear. All right. So I wish it would stop this. I don't know where my purse is too big. What were we talking about? About getting diddled?
Yeah, but you got to turn that alarm off.
All right. Okay. I'm sorry, guys.
That's cool.
I don't know. Oh,
it's in your
ding dong ding dong ding dong ding dong ding bing. No, 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 no. I did it. Oh my God.
What was the alarm for?
I set various alarms. I don't know what they're for. Okay, so what we talked about, how the husband was like, oh, she must give. All right, this is one thing funny thing my husband does.
Okay.
Is like, I'll be on the phone with him and I'll tell him, I'll be like, babe, I didn't get the pussy wax because I forgot my coupon or whatever. And he'll be like, you're on speakerphone. I'll be like,
Oh, whoops. Well, he should know better. You know?
Yeah, he's been married to you for a long time.
But he's just kidding. He actually knows to never put me on
that
speakerphone.
speakerphone, yeah.
Why would he ever
Smart
do
man.
that?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. That's not that cool. Oh, do you guys want to? You guys want to talk about romance?
Sure.
Cool. I'm gonna have a sip of this water. Why you guys talk about romance?
All right, Brett.
What do you?
Do you not have romance in your life?
I do. I mean, he's like, this guy is like, oh, so you were talking before about therapy.
Yeah.
So like the best therapy I ever had, I told them, I don't even tell them everything. Cause I think like sometimes these therapists are like jerking off. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, just tell me everything.
Oh, like they're getting off on your
Kind
problems.
of.
I'm sure some of them are. Yeah.
They're totally jerking off.
I mean, like not in the room.
Not Thomas Whitfield.
That's true.
Our
Wait, you
friend.
mean like mentally jerking off? Like,
I hope he puts that on his business cards when he opens a practice.
I jerk off to your problems.
I love your problem so much. I'll
personally
masturbate
jerk
to them.
off to your life being a train wreck. We should edit that. Well,
If there is,
keep
no, we
He's
shouldn't.
cool.
And if there's any therapist that would jerk off to somebody's therapy, I would hope that
Yeah.
you would go to them.
I hope
because
so is,
Oh God.
so.
he's never gonna jerk off. Thomas will not jerk off to our problems, but it'll be a friendly ear.
Yeah.
yeah, that's what you need in a therapist.
He is a friendly ear. I would give a
Yeah.
no jerking off to your problems guarantee from Tommy.
Thank you.
Hey, that's a good endorsement.
Thank you. You
Tommy,
know what?
soundbite.
So I think I was like telling this therapist, I like a fucked up childhood, like so fucked up. I remember like one time I come outside, my dad is like burning my mom's wedding dress.
What? Whoa!
I know. I was like,
Rosie.
that was mine. You know, she left it for me, and I would like try it on. It was so big, but my dad was like, Jesus, like they were so passionate. My dad and mom. Like,
I don't think passionate's the right word here,
Again,
Rosie.
yeah, I'm gonna
I don't
have to
think it's
step
the right
in.
word. Somewhere along the line, maybe a therapist told you that. I'm gonna have to disagree.
Sounds like arson to me.
yeah. But I remember that. I mean, that's not even like a thing that hurt me, but
What's something that hurt you as a child?
I'll tell you something, because I've been thinking a lot about this, because I've been like making sense of who everyone is in my life, because who you are, like who you become as a person, is kind of like how you learn to cope as at a very young age. So
oh yeah.
I remember, so I've been thinking a lot about like narcissists, because don't tell my dad, but my dad's kind of a narcissist.
Okay.
Totally. Like my whole life, he'll be like, you're not a model. Like he's disappointed in me.
He'll just say that.
He did.
Did you ask him if you were a
No, he just told me that, and I was like,
all right, that's fucked up.
Well, Dad,
That's emotionally abusive.
yeah. I was like, well, Dad, I came out of your nutsack. So
Nice.
What chance did I have?
Damn.
Of being a model.
Good
Let's be
stinger.
real.
Good zinger, Rose.
Thank you. But like just like like even in love, like what I learned how to do recently is like say like I have 3 records out, and this is now my band Typhoid Rose. You should check that out. But okay, we're gonna shut that alarm. Shut up. Dude. So what you never do is you never go to a narcissist like, oh, am I pretty now? Like,
Right.
You don't ever bring anything for them to like smack it out of your hand.
Okay.
They're like a little evil cat.
Yeah, they want that. Yeah.
Totally.
They jerk off to that
Yeah.
emotionally. Yeah.
So I think like when I was young, I think there was my mom was actually like the most loving fucking beautiful person in the world. And she was like, why don't you love me? And she spent years like, why don't you love me?
To your father.
Yeah. And I think that he was like kind of had a wandering eye, but like not one of those, it's like one of those wandering eyes where it's like never fulfilled.
Okay. So
See what I mean?
you wanted to stray, but he didn't cheat on your mom?
Probably did. I don't know. I was just a kid.
Yeah.
But I remember one time I think my mom was like losing it. He probably maybe, who knows what went on. But I remember my mom wanted my brother to tell something to my dad, which is wrong. You don't tell your kid. They're not
To be
like
the messenger.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is like right here, I feel like I saw like a narcissist be born is that they is what happens with love. Like you love somebody more than anything. And what the narcissist does is that they take out, like my mom was like, what, you do that or whatever, I'm going to kill myself. And my brother was like, took out a shotgun. He's like, you want to die?
Oh,
I'll
God.
fucking kill you right now.
Oh, boy.
Motherfucker.
That's not
I don't know
good.
if he didn't say motherfucker, but what I'm saying is that's what it is. It's like someone who's like they love like with a weapon. Like you're gonna fucking love me. Well, I'm gonna. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna be the one to cut you loose. I'm gonna be the one with the weapon. I'm gonna be the one
that's not
to destroy.
love.
Exactly, but I'm saying
That's
so
their
many
way of
people
showing it.
are playing that. They're
Right.
like replaying those circles.
Okay.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is like
you replay the patterns that you learned
totally.
as a
So
kid.
it's like I'll be like at a therapist. I'll tell them like my life was pretty tragic. Sometimes you get sick of like talking about it because sometimes you just want to like live in the present.
Sure.
Yeah.
But and like they'll be like, well, how's your husband? I'm like, he's like, fucking great. You know? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I'll be in therapy like, well, the best therapy I've ever gotten, I told this guy like a bunch of shit, and he's like this little nerd. He's like, sounds like it was pretty fucked up. I was like, yeah,
you know what it was.
thank you. I'm cured. Like I actually felt like,
You just
Yeah.
needed someone to recognize
Totally, it was-
that was not okay or normal or healthy, and then you could kind of go on.
I mean, this
Right.
felt, yeah, it actually was fucked up.
Yeah.
And I'm just a survivor. I'm fucking awesome. And I, even with my dad, like someone who they'll never give you your love. And some people are
Yeah.
always, so many women are fighting for just like it's like you go to a well to drink and like there's no water in there and you're
Yeah.
just constantly returning to that well, but it's not, you're never gonna be full.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
But I'll be talking about my husband, like, how's your husband? I'm like, I'll be like, you know what, I gotta like give that man a beach ASAP because he's fucking.
Well, but you also did something amazing, which was escaping a pattern, which I think for a lot of people is very difficult to do.
It is.
You think?
So you got to give yourself credit for escaping the pattern.
I just learned. I asked my therapist yesterday. I was like, "Why do I try and go after these men who only half like me? They don't like me enough to want to be with me." Like there's like 4 men in my life that over the past 10 years maybe that I just was obsessed with, and they only gave me a little morsel. And she was like, that's because when your mom, like my mom would come home and I would clean the whole house for her, but I didn't know what mood she would be in, and if she just smiled just for a second, even like a half smile, I would live for that. So she's like, you're recreating that, you're going after and you're trying to milk a moment that's not even there because that's what you did. And I was like, shit, Doc, you're right.
You know what, like based on what you said, it's because I've been reading like a lot about it. It's like a lot of times what narcissists do, they do a thing called diminishing returns, where it's just like what you said. Like say you like your mom's like a casino, and then one time it's like, okay, but then one time you're winning. And you're like, oh my God, it's love. We're winning. We're winning.
Yeah.
And then all they do after that is like, they turn their back on you.
Yeah.
It's called diminishing, but actually you're losing. And you do everything to try and get that.
You kill yourself
back.
to try and get it back.
Trying to like, oh, am I pretty now? Or like, am I smart enough now? Like, I,
Yep. And that's good though that you didn't end up chasing a bunch of fucking people who really like you.
But like it's always a part of you, like even if you are like, I could say, oh, I'm so stable, but I'm actually sometimes like you're not. Like you meet people in your life and they're like, you know how it is with comedy, like one dude's got his arms crossed and you're like, bro, uncross your arms, there's a fucking show happening
in the audience.
And then it changes like everything, but you get yourself you'll meet someone in life and they'll be like, oh, what are you committing? You're not fun. But when they say that, they're saying in their head, she's not fun.
Yeah, you could feel it from them.
Yeah, and then you're like, well, you're not gonna get any funny out of me then. So.
That's the smart move.
But my feeling on that is like they're just saying that because they never followed whatever dream they had, and they're kind of angry at you for taking this like 1 in a million shot. That's what I feel when people say stuff like that. I'm like, I feel sorry for you that you never took a risk.
Yeah.
I want to say to you guys, you fucking actually made it.
We're still getting there, but
don't say that because
I'm very proud of us.
I want to say that, like, I'm actually really proud of you.
Thank you,
Rosie.
I'm really proud of you because you're making a living at it, and then you have fucking like, I mean, even with my band, like we're fighting so hard to get. Does anybody care? Is there anyone out there who cares tonight?
That's funny,
but no, that's really funny. What it is. But you guys have like built-in fans, and you're able to do like what you love. Like this is not right. Does this feel like work?
No, it's fun.
Yeah,
I mean it's work in that I gotta upload this. I gotta break down this. But whatever. Like the
conversation isn't work.
It doesn't feel like work at all. I feel lucky every single day. Yeah, and I'm very appreciative.
And if you get even more famous, because I work on movies and stuff. Mm-hmm. And it's really interesting. Like I meet a lot of famous people.
Do they? Does any famous people ever surprise you for better or for worse? Like when you meet them?
I think. Do you guys want to hear? You know Sir Patrick Stewart?
Oh, of course.
Mm-hmm. All right. One time I was like, whatever. I like got to this movie. I was like PAing, and like, it was so many stars, but it was low budget. So there was no, like, in those big union movies, they have their trailers. There's only X amount of people that talk to them. You're not supposed to talk to them. So I don't really talk to them unless they talk to me, or unless it's like a small movie set. Sir Patrick Stewart, like I like had to fart, so I like went outside. I'm like, let me go outside.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah, he comes out and walks like right into it. I was like, no. No, like I should have farted. I like crop dusted Sir Patrick Stewart. And I was like, I'm gonna get fired.
He's not gonna fucking.
I mean, I could see there are some celebrities that I could see actually firing someone for farting. Like Madonna, I think definitely would do that.
Oh yeah,
Prince, when he was alive, God rest his soul, definitely I think would have fired someone who farted in his presence.
Like I went downstairs like Glenn Close, and she's like, "Do you know like where Glenn Close? Like, do you know where I can get some water for tea?" And I was like, so afraid of him. I'm like, I'll be right back. Like
and you ran away,
scared. And then I bumped into Minnie Driver. Like I was like,
oh, that's awesome.
And but John Malkovich was on it too.
What a fucking cast.
That is a star-studded film.
I had to like drive John Malkovich in this like, he would like say good morning to me. I feel like they always want to talk to me because like, what's this girl? She's cool. What's this girl's deal? She's a real artist.
Yeah.
You know this movie we're making? This is garbage, but this girl, she's a real artist.
I do think I often think that about you. I think you're one of those artists that you express yourself with every fiber of your being, and you don't give a fuck what anyone thinks. And I really respect that.
I don't.
You really don't.
No, thank
That's
you.
Rare.
I appreciate
it's rare to get that.
I appreciate you saying that. I wish I was like living like you, with if I had to drive my cat 30 miles, drive it as far west.
That was years ago.
Yeah, that was a while back.
That's when my bedroom was on the other side of this fake wall in this living room that you're sitting in now.
This is like, there's one time, so I had to drive. Oh man, I had to drive like to this beach, and there was like these muddy roads, and I was driving a van, and there was like a big puddle, and John Malkovich gets in the front seat, and there's a big puddle, like, and it was like off-roading, you know?
Yeah.
And so John Malkovich is like so nice. He's like next to the puddle. He's like, slow down, let these people pass. I was like, what? You don't want to fucking splash the director? Like the eyes come through. Some little PA, you know, just fucking whatever. What do you call that?
Off-roading?
What do you call that? Like if I splashed the director, like drove through the puddle and he got so soaked.
I mean, being rude.
Yeah,
it would have been fun. It would have been fun though, but we didn't do it.
Well, that's good. Well, John stopped you.
I like that the way we rate celebrities as a society is like, he was so nice. He was like, don't splash these humans with a big
He
pile of mud.
didn't hit me.
What a fucking angel.
Yeah.
My dad would have driven right through that puddle.
Yeah, he would have.
Because I remember we were kids, and there was like it was like Christmas, and there was a guy standing next to a puddle. My dad, we had one of those. You remember Vacation? Those wood paneled like station wagons.
Yeah.
My dad drove through. It was like Merry Christmas. It was like something.
Your dad sounds like a real ass.
No, he's funny. He was funny though too.
All right, that's good.
All right, and what else on touch? Should we talk about like movies, how they're creepy, like Harvey Weinstein?
Well, we have one. We've been
time for like one more.
Yeah, one more story.
Okay,
and then promote whatever you want.
All right, so like I went to go work on this one movie. It was my first job as like prop master, and so I went down to North Carolina, and there was one of the producers. Everyone warned me about him, like watch out for him, like he's such a pervert. Watch out, he's such a creep. He's just a dude.
Okay.
He's just a dude for the movie, whatever. He wrote it, and he was a comedian.
Okay.
I actually got along with him, but the guy who was like giving me the talk was like, all right, like ladies, like, you know, like if anyone ever makes you feel weird or like it was like you're showering, like you don't have to shower, love. Like it was like really weird. It was just like a really weird, like actually I'm uncomfortable from this.
He was trying to talk to you guys to say if anybody's
like, if
weird,
anyone ever touches you,
that's a
favor touch you.
That's a better way to address that.
They ever make you feel weird, like in a way that you shouldn't. And you're like, actually, I feel weird from this.
Yeah,
I feel weird right now.
Well, I think if there's someone on set who you feel like you have to give the women on set a talk about, that person
Maybe you
shouldn't
shouldn't
be
have
on
him on set.
Oh, that guy was
Try that
fun.
idea.
Anyway, the guy who gave me the talk, it was like I maybe was there 15 minutes in this house that I was gonna live in, and like he like was scrolling through pictures and like he had his dick pic out.
Oh yeah, he did that on purpose.
That move.
Fucking
yeah,
asshole.
and then he tries to act like, oh, but like he didn't even try to act like,
Just scrolling through my own nudes, which I do have to say I have done before on the
In
subway.
private?
But you know, not so. I wasn't doing it so that
on
someone
the subway
could see. I didn't do it so that someone could,
when I'm
see.
sexting with somebody,
I was doing it because I was trying to multitask.
Okay.
I wasn't like trying to see, but
What
there's
do
a
you
difference
like,
when like people are trying to
this guy
see.
was obviously trying to
next
get
to
you to
this
see it.
like wine, but anyway, I was like fucking sexually harassed by everyone on this movie, really except the guy who everyone talked about. I got along with him. He was like funny, and he was like just a comedian, like you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Couple. You know, you guys know how it is.
The biz. It's the biz.
Yeah. I've
Couple hands up your skirt. You know.
I've never gotten that, but I
Never?
would have fucking ripped a guy's
Okay.
fucking dick off if that
Yeah,
happened.
yeah,
But
you
I
gotta-
say that,
Gotta start
but
kicking people.
yeah, I don't know. I want to buy mace. What? Okay,
I've hit people right in the face. That's how people doing a lot of paperwork, getting hiring lawyers. You know what? It works also just hitting someone right in the face when they do something to you. That also works.
Because I'll be thinking about like 7 years later.
No, just a direct hit
You
in the face.
know what? I come up with a comeback 7 years later. You know?
Oh yeah, that's me. That's me. Now I got to start hitting people. What do you want to promote? Where can we find you? Typhoid Rosie is the name of your band.
Yeah, Typhoid Rosie.
How do we? Yeah, I want to see you play. Like, do you have a website or social media for it?
Yeah, of course. I have my Instagram, which Corinne, do you still follow me?
Yeah, I follow everything. Because you have you and Typhoid Rosie, right?
Yeah.
But your Facebook you have too.
So, well, my comedy name is Rosie Rebel, but my band, which I kind of have been focusing more on, I made 3 records. So we have Instagram, Typhoid Rosie Music, and then Typhoid Rosie Band on Facebook, and I have typhoidrosie.com.
And we're going to play Typhoid Rosie songs that you will hear on this episode. Yeah, so all the music you hear.
You know that,
Typhoid
Rosie. You sent them to me.
Yeah.
I know, but I didn't know you were going to take it.
Well, I mean,
You could have daddied me.
No, that's
Maybe I'll withhold it from her.
no.
Maybe I'll withhold my love.
Rosie. I'm not your narcissistic father.
Don't tell my dad.
Guys, check out Typhoid Rosie. Check out Rosie Rebel. Thank you so much for sitting down with us. You are one of a
I love you
kind
guys.
and a
Love
delight.
you, Rosie.
Guys, this has been Guys We Fuck, the Anti-Slut Shaming Podcast. We'll talk to you next Friday.
Today's show is sponsored by Talkspace, the online therapy company that enables you to improve your mental health from anywhere at any time. Get matched with a licensed therapist from over 2,000 choices and message them whenever you need to. No commutes and no judgments. For a special offer for our listeners, visit Talkspace.com/GWF and use code GWF to get $45 off your first month and show your support for the show. Talkspace, it's therapy for how we live today.